Hello Spartans, imagine stopping time itself, walking through frozen enemies, and unleashing one of the most iconic powers in anime history. So yeah, today we're talking about that power. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to unlock the DIO BRANDO melee, also known as the World. This is one of the most powerful and coolest abilities in the game, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a grind, so if you're ready to commit and want to dominate in C2, stay until the end because I'll break everything down in the simplest way possible. Plus give you tips to make the grind way faster. Before anything else, you need to make sure you actually have C2 unlocked. If you don't, then unfortunately you won't even be able to start working toward the World Melee. So here's a quick overview of how to get there. First, head over to the last island in C1, which is the Sea Traveler's Island. This is basically your gateway into C2. Once you're there, you'll need to complete the Cartographer quest line. It might take a bit depending on your level and gear, but once you finish that entire quest line, congratulations, you now have access to C2. That's your first major milestone. Now that you're in C2, let's focus on the main objective, getting DIO's melee. What you want to do is go to the third map in C2, which is called Bizarre Island. This is where everything starts. Once you arrive, you'll find DIO, and when you interact with him, you'll see the list of requirements needed to unlock the World Melee. At first glance, it might look overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm going to break down every single requirement so you know exactly what to do. So the first requirement is the Primordial Bloodline. In order to get this, you need Bloodline Stones, which you can get by killing NPCs anywhere in C2. And to use the Bloodline Stones, just go to your inventory and find the Bloodline Stone. And roll it until you get the Primordial Bloodline. It's just like the race and clan. Next is Time Tyrant title. To obtain this title, you need to defeat DIO 175 times. That's the pity requirement, meaning if your luck is bad, you're guaranteed to get it after that many kills. However, if you're lucky, you might get it earlier, so don't lose hope if you're not at 175 yet. You could get it way sooner. Next up is the Dominion Brand. This is probably one of the longest parts of the grind. This is another important material, and you'll need a lot of it. You can obtain Dominion Brand by defeating strong bandits. Now, if you're planning to grind this efficiently, I highly recommend using Ice Queen. The reason is simple, her abilities have really good cooldown timing and huge AoE damage, which makes farming multiple enemies at once super easy. If you set it up properly, you can even AFK farm these bandits. Just make sure you accept the quest before you start grinding, so you can also earn gold, gems, and experience at the same time. This helps you level up faster while farming the materials you need. Now let's talk about the remaining materials: Power Fragment, Time Remnant, World Core, and Vampire Omen. All of these can be obtained by doing the DIO boss fight. To start this fight, you need to go to the DIO Summoner, also known as the World Summoner. But here's the catch, you need Dominion Brand to spawn him. So every time you want to fight DIO, you're going to spend one Dominion Brand depending on the difficulty, which is why farming a large amount of it is super important. Based on everything, you will need around 155 Dominion Brand in total. Here's how that breaks down. 175 Dominion Brand for spawning DIO enough times to reach the pity for the Time Tyrant title. And an additional 80 Dominion Brand for the material exchange required for the melee itself. Also, don't forget to manage your resources and keep track of how many materials you already have so you don't overfarm or underfarm certain items. Once you've finally gathered the Primordial Bloodline, Time Tyrant title, enough Dominion Brand, and all the boss drop materials like Power Fragment, Time Remnant, World Core, and Vampire Omen, you're ready for the final step. Head back to DIO, complete the requirements, and unlock the World Melee. To wrap things up, here is exactly what you need: the Primordial Bloodline, a total of 255 Dominion Brands, the Time Tyrant title, and the for boss drops, Power Fragment, Time Remnant, World Core, and Vampire Omen. Once you have all of that, just talk to DIO one last time to claim your reward. Now, the giveaway. I'm giving away a 2x drop and 2x luck boost once we hit the 2,000 subscriber milestone. If you want a chance to win, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your in-game username in the comments below.